Nobody asked. They demanded. It's backhanded.
It's backhanded, yo.
Like a TikTok series, just you talking to the microphone, recording it. You'd be like, "Welcome back to Shin Splints, guys."
This is Shin Splints. We running out there? I'm introing the podcast, Pat.
Okay, all right. You intro this podcast.
I'm going to intro the podcast.
And then next week we'll go back to normal and I'll intro the rest of the podcast.
Well, no,
for the
because
rest
now
of
it's
eternity.
a new podcast.
Okay,
with
it is
my
a new
name
podcast.
first.
Yep. Yeah, so, okay, yep.
Actually, it's the same old podcast with a new name.
It's the same old podcast with a new name.
With my name first.
With your name
It's
first.
Backhanded with Brec Pat.
It is Backhanded with Brec Pat. Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back. And I'm going to say we tried to do this before, maybe 10 minutes ago. But you know what was wrong? We were too full. So what did we do?
Dude, we went for a nice little sweet little jog.
We got all the cum out of our balls.
Yep.
We cummed so much. I cummed over there. I cummed over here.
You did. No one can see where you're pointing.
I know.
Hope they don't assume it was like
But,
at me or.
You know, I feel a lot more down to earth now.
You're settled in.
I'm settled
You're
in.
relaxed. Yeah, I see you crossed your legs.
I've
You're
crossed
feeling
a
good.
leg.
You're feeling good.
There's a good time right now.
Yeah,
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
I'm having a gorgeous time.
I'm having a great time. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I watched the first Matrix movie for the first time in a long time.
What compelled you to do that? Not that it's a bad movie, but it is a random movie.
Well, it was on HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
It was a new movie on HBO Max, so
Okay.
I was like, hey.
Right, you want to be reminded of like...
It's not the same, dude.
No, once you like kind of then once everyone's dissected it and made the jokes, it loses that whoa.
Well, it's not even the joke. It's
once you've
just
seen
like,
good CGI, you're like,
no, that's what I was going to say. The story and everything, the acting, it's fine. The CGI for 1999?
holds up.
Next level.
Really?
Really.
Dude, I remember.
The
I don't know, man.
Wachowskis? They did it right.
Yeah, but I remember that bullet dodge scene, and it's like this is.
You get a cringe
hella
out of 3
fake.
hours.
All right.
But it's a cool scene, too, because it's him being like, I'm, like, super fast, too.
Yeah.
The whole point of the movie...
I can move.
Yes.
Hella quickly.
That's the whole point of the movie, is people being like, no, I think you can move, like, crazy. And he's like, guys, I don't think so. And then by the end, they're like, you did it. And he's like, I am the one.
I like
That's
how,
the movie.
I like how you still did a Keanu Reeves impression, but you did it for Bill and Ted.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just want to include all eras.
Right.
This is Keanu Reeves' Eras tour.
Oh, that's a good point.
This
That's
is
a good
his
point.
Bill and Ted, his John Wick, his Matrix. I am so fucking pissed off right now.
Yeah, dude, I don't
Because
blame
we
you.
just recorded for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the fucking thing we use crashed.
Fucking crashed. Fucking crashed. We lost
It
some
was
good
gold.
stuff.
Although the moment that it stopped working was right after we talked about God, and you said maybe he's wrong, and that's when that's when it crashed.
That's when it crashed. So that's what you know what that tells me.
God is real.
God is real.
God is good.
God is good. He didn't like what I said.
He did not like what you said. You should repent.
I mean, I will, but
Do you think you're gonna like give to charity?
give to charity? I don't know. I don't really have like give to charity like funds right now.
You could volunteer.
Well, I could volunteer. I don't really have volunteer time right now
Okay.
because I have to work more because I lack funds.
You could pray.
I might do a little praying.
You could have. How about this?
I might do a little praying.
Thoughts
you
and
know?
prayers.
Yeah, I might do a little thoughts and prayers. Well, like if I see a guy down on his luck, I might be like, "Oh, it works out for that guy."
Here's a nickel.
Yeah,
Go crazy.
That's about what I could afford. And he would get mad at that.
He would.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
The homeless are getting a little bold.
They get a little fucking cheeky. I tell you.
Yeah. Nobody asked.
Nobody asked.
We're all fucking struggling.
Yeah.
Okay?
Dude.
Here's my
you think
dollar.
You think I got it to give away, and then you give them some, and they're like, "This is it."
Yes.
Fuck you.
Honestly, dude,
Fuck you.
I gave to a homeless man maybe like 2 months ago,
Yep.
and I
Mistake?
gave him all the change I had in my car,
Yeah.
which was maybe about $1.50. And he was like, "Hey, man, everything helps." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're goddamn right, it does.
Yeah, it does help.
You're welcome." But I didn't say that because sometimes I do like being a good person. Sometimes.
Sometimes my partner likes being a good person as well. Today, a colorblind lady at Home Goods asked her if something was really black. Like, are these two little hand wash things, like soap containers, really black? And
It's
she was
like,
like,
ma'am,
yeah.
they're not hand washers. They're employees of the store.
You know,
Yeah.
Nobody Asked was a very patriotic podcast.
Yeah, we can still be patriotic.
Backhanded.
USA. USA.
Backhanded
Is a funny podcast.
is a funny podcast. A little fucked up sometimes. It was a good
Sometimes.
podcast, yeah.
But that's why we're so backhanded. We just backhanded society right
yeah,
there.
yeah, dude. Little fuck.
We backhanded boomers. That's a boomer backhand.
Yeah, dude. Fucking boomer, little pimp hand, pimp bag.
Pimp.
Things that are like wild to hear at a certain time of year or just any time. This, like, 75-year-old black guy that I work with. I'm not gonna say his real name. So let's call
Is
him.
it pertinent that he's black?
Yes, it's very vital to the story.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so I'm not gonna say his real name. So let's call him.
Darius. Rucker. Steve. Martin.
Let's call him Hank.
Sean.
Let's call him Hank. We'll call him Hank. Well, no, because it's the same. It's very close to his
but they don't.
real name. We'll call him Frank. All right. So Frank, 75-year-old black guy, his favorite phrase to use.
Hit me with
His
it.
favorite phrase to use.
Crap on a cracker.
Cotton picking. He comes in 3 days a week. He makes soup. All right.
Hold on.
He takes
Hold
a bite.
on,
He took a
no.
bite of soup the other day. I was standing next to him. I was chopping some onions. He took a bite of soup. He goes, "Man, that's cotton picking good." I was like, "Whoa."
First off, you don't take a bite of soup.
Okay. Well, you
That was
can.
ridiculous. That's like
you
saying
can
you're taking
take
a bite
of soup. Soups have chunks.
Not all soups.
Not
That's a
all?
stew. More if
Well, a stew is like a chunky soup.
we're getting off track. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, what kind of contract do you think this old man and the owner of this place that you work at got into? Where it's like, listen, sir,
Well, it's owned by a woman, so
okay.
just way to just assume that.
What's up,
You
bitch?
piece of shit.
All right. Hello,
Fucking
ma'am.
Brec, you piece of shit.
I would like to work here. Can you work here? Yes, 3 days a week. Do you cook? Soup. You have the job.
That's not how it went.
Feel like that's how it went.
That's
Now, does
not-
he only come in 3 days a week because you save the same soup 2 days in a row?
Well, no, he doesn't make. This isn't like this is a soup of the day. He makes like soup as needed. Like we have
As needed soup.
we have like we have
Yeah.
no restaurant makes soup as a soup of the day in a significant portion.
Do not say that like it's fact.
That-
You know there's some fucking
Okay.
restaurant
All
out
right.
there
Yeah, there's
in
some
Bangkok
there's-
that has been using the same broth for 45 years.
Yeah, there is some piece of shit culinary garbage out there calling a soup of the day a soup of the day when it wasn't made that day, and that's wrong. That's why you call it a special soup.
Well, here's the
A
thing.
special soup can run for however long.
That's what I just said is real.
That's
I think there's a
disgusting.
place in Bangkok that's been running the same soup for about 45 years, and they've just continuously boiled it, so it's not bad.
No,
It's just been the same broth.
it's bad. That's bad.
No, it's not. It's not like
No,
harmful.
no. That's bad.
Do you want to know what the favorite letter
Yeah.
Well, my favorite letter of the alphabet is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's fucking gross, dude. Don't tell that to people.
They
No one
eat-
wants 45-year-old anything, dude. Look at your mom.
Wow. Wow. You want to know the crazy part?
What's that?
She's 45 exactly.
Fucking yes.
In October,
Yes.
she's exactly 45.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I fucking crushed that, dude. I did not know that.
Wow. You just like insulted my lineage. You
Welcome back to
insulted
the back.
me.
This is the Backhanded
Yeah.
Podcast, guys.
You insulted me, my mom, and somehow my grandfather.
Yeah, dude.
all in one sentence.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking good.
You're wrong. You're already wrong.
No.
We're gonna drink something 45 years old.
What do you mean?
Alcohol.
Okay. That's different. That's
How?
How is that different? That's different. Because don't say how and then smoke from a pipe like a fucking you know what.
Wow, dude. Hard.
Yeah, we're gonna be hard the whole time.
Have you not been hard?
I've been. Why are you winking? Stop! Don't ask me if I'm hard and then wink at me. But no. Anyway, this is so off base. 75-year-old black man. We'll call him Frank. His favorite thing to say. He describes things as cotton picking. It's the
What's
way.
wrong with that?
That's so racist.
Why?
Well, do you think I could say it? Do you think either of us could walk in there and be like,
Pat,
that's some
you
cotton
can
picking
say
good soup?
anything with the right confidence. Anything.
You can
Go
say.
ahead, say anything.
Okay, well,
What's one word you've always wanted to say?
what's one word I've always wanted to say?
But you've never been allowed to.
I feel like you're trying to lead me somewhere.
Lead you where, Pat? I'm saying you can't say that. I'm saying you can say anything you want to with the right confidence. Is there any word in the English language that you're just not allowed to say with a little bit more confidence? And maybe you can. Like any word you can think. I'm drawing a blank, but maybe you have something in mind. Like, is there any word you've never ever been able to say in any context?
You know what really sucks?
Yeah.
You know what really sucks?
What?
Is that unfortunately
Yeah.
the only thing coming to mind?
Sure.
Racial slurs.
Really?
But
Well, that's where your mind goes.
well, where does your mind go? Apparently to nothing. You just say
Different
whatever you want.
languages.
Different languages.
Yeah, you can say anything that you've never been allowed to say, but like in a different language.
Example.
Hola. See, I've never been allowed to say that because I don't know Spanish, but now I just said it with the right confidence.
You've never been allowed to say it.
No,
You've
no
never
one
been
will accept
allowed
that.
to speak
Everyone
Spanish.
will look at me like I'm a fool. And yet, here you are. Why are you judging me?
Because no one ever said. No, who looks at you like a fool? Like,
And who sits there and thinks of racial slurs?
I don't know.
Racists. That's who. You ever look inside, Pat?
Just don't say that and then hit the fucking pipe again, dude.
I'm just saying. It feels like I don't know. It's whatever, man.
Dude, but you know what's crazy about this cotton picking thing? He says that a lot.
Okay.
Hates the N-word.
Okay,
Hates-
yeah, I feel like two
Yeah.
things can exist at once, Pat.
I know, but isn't that wild?
No.
That's not wild to you?
Cotton picking is a fun thing to say.
Well, it's a thing you're
I'm saying it.
saying it a lot with a lot of confidence.
This podcast,
I was telling a story. You're
Backhand with Brec and Pat,
Yeah.
a
Backhand?
cotton picking good podcast.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Put that on a motherfucking, put it on a wife beater.
Dude, you can't do that. There's not enough room.
You want to bet? I'm going
You
to
gotta
use
get
the
that all on a-
straps for the first two sentences.
The whole 2 sentences.
Every sentence. I'm going to put it right on the shoulder straps.
Just,
So people come up and go, wow, I wish I could read this.
yeah. And then you're like, well, you
Sounds
could.
like a good podcast.
You would know what was going on if you listened to this cotton picking
Backhanded.
good podcast, Backhanded with Brec and Pat. You know what was going on.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what's going on? Maybe you'd be a pimp.
Hey, maybe a little pimp action. You know, a little pimp.
Okay, I see you out here.
Yeah, you get a little pimp action.
Pat, what age? So I bloomed early,
Bloomed.
some
okay.
would say.
Yep, some would say.
Some would say bloomed.
Some would say bloomed. Some would say flourished. Some would say got sad.
What age was your first kiss?
First kiss. If I had to, I'm gonna
Like real kiss, blah, blah, blah.
No, a lot of confidence. I'm saying 12.
12?
A lot of confidence saying 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
think,
feel good about that.
What is 10? What is 6th grade?
Yeah, 10 or 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
I think is a
pretty
healthy thing.
Yeah, pretty
Do you
standard.
know what's like that? Because Newton died a virgin. Did you know that? Isaac Newton?
Isaac Newton was a virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there talking about gravity or whatever.
Yeah,
the
talking about
fuck.
fucking calculus.
Yeah, dude, he was over here dropping apples. He's like, you see how that falls? Idiot.
He's like trying to explain gravity to someone back then. He's like, look, you see it? It's like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, dude, I've seen
What's
an
going
apple
on?
fall before. Why do we walk up to
This
the
is
fucking...
literally how I make
Why
my
do we
money.
walk up to the 6th floor? This is stupid.
Yeah, like, this is literally how I make money.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Dumb.
Why are you on my orchard?
Dumb. Real story before we keep going on the other thing. When I was a kid, 3 days old, I had like a bone spur in like my forehead.
Sure.
And so my mom brought me to the doctor, and the nurse was like, yeah, we'll have to like run some tests, but it could be like cancer.
Nice.
And my mom was like, he's 3 days old.
Yeah.
And you're a nurse, and you're going to walk in and be like, it might be cancer. He's 3 days. He's 3 days.
Well, yeah, that's how kids get cancer.
Yeah, kids get cancer, but that's not you don't walk in and say that to a new mom.
No, of course. You don't walk into a new mom.
It's not a new mom, but she's like, this is the newborn. You know,
Yeah,
you
don't
walk in and be like,
into-
look, I know you only had it, you just got him, but you want to get rid of him. Like,
Yeah. No, that's how I think if I was a nurse, and which is probably why I'm not good with people,
Yeah.
is I would walk in and go, whoa, that might be cancer. Let's get some tests.
dude, and that's what I'm saying. And then the doctor walked in and was like, look, it's not cancer. So,
But
bullet dodged. But he did go. He was like, hey, we can either shave it, like cut his face
saw
open
it down.
and shave it down,
yeah,
or we can wait and see if he grows up and it goes away.
sure.
And my mom was like, we're gonna wait. Obviously, you're not cutting. He's 3 days old. We're not cutting his head open so we can shave half of his skull away.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah,
I'd probably do it.
you'd cut the head,
I'd probably do it.
your little nip tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
but
be
then
like,
I'd
he's
have-
a baby. You know.
Yeah, but dude, I'd have permanent scarring on my face.
Who says?
The doctor.
He said
They
you'd
cut
have
my face open, dude.
you'd
He'd
have-
peel me back, dude.
you'd have permanent scarring.
It would be peel back, shave it down, staple it.
Yeah, but you're 25.
Dude, like
It
a
would-
piece of paper,
it would
dude. You
be-
just fold it over and
It'd be barely noticeable right now.
I feel like it would be noticeable. It'd be my whole forehead. They wouldn't like, oh, let's cut a little flap right here and peel it open. It'd be like, oh, we're gonna cut from the top of the
No,
skull
here's
to
what
the
I-
eyebrow, and we're gonna
No.
peel that back.
Here's what
Yeah.
they do, right?
Yeah.
They take a
I don't
fucking.
know why I'm talking with a heavy New York accent.
He'd take a
today.
sander
Yeah.
with like 100 grit sandpaper,
Yeah.
and he would just hit you with that for like 3 minutes. He's like, good as new.
Good as new.
Good as new.
Wouldn't even
No.
wouldn't even get rid of the skin.
No.
Just
Oh,
the
he'd
whole-
get rid of the
He just
skin.
buff me down straight from the top layer.
No, he'd get rid of the skin, but then it would just be like, it would grow, it would just be a scab.
Oh, so you're saying he would cut it all the way off? He'd
Oh, he would shave it all the
he'd
way
ditch
down.
the skin.
He's like a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
He would buffer out a new shape of skull.
I don't think that's how
That's
that
what
would
doctors are
happen.
for, I thought.
Yeah, well, doctors, I mean, they buff things out, but not like that. I don't think.
I love my doctor buffs things out.
Your doctor jerk you
So,
off?
talk to me about this guy that you nuisance kids. How old kids?
This
friend?
Yeah, this friend from when I was a kid. I don't know him anymore.
Okay.
Like I couldn't tell you the last time I had an interaction with him.
What's his social security number?
I don't know.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, but when I knew him, I don't think he knew it. So that's
That's fair.
yeah. Anyway, recently found out
Mm-hmm.
earlier this year had his first kiss. 26 years old.
There's two questions.
Okay,
How do you know he had his first kiss at 26?
he put it on Facebook, so that's how that's fine.
So he's not a liar.
Yeah, he talked about a big post on Facebook.
Okay, sub question.
Okay,
He's 26 and posting this on Facebook?
correct.
Did he kiss a guy?
Not that I know of.
Huh.
I don't know who he kissed. I just know that he had his first kiss because he was like, "Got my first kiss at 26 years old."
That was
that's-
the whole post?
Maybe there's more to it, but I didn't read the whole thing. I read that and I was like, "Fucking whoa!" Dude.
It
And-
wasn't a joke.
Not to my knowledge. No,
Wow,
not
what
to my
a
knowledge.
virgin.
The rest of the post did not seem weird. But let me tell you the trade-off.
She's pregnant now? That's what happens.
No, I don't know on that. Massively successful, personally owned business.
What's the business?
He does landscaping. Big time landscaping, dude.
Please tell me the name of it is Incel Landscaping.
Not that I know of, but I also
such
don't
a
think he
smart
can qualify as an incel anymore.
Not anymore.
I don't know if he was to begin with, but he kissed a girl. He's out.
Was he waiting for the one?
I don't know.
That's so stupid.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
It feels like a waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why?
Give kisses, give hugs, have sex, talk trash, get in fights.
Exactly, dude.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Live life.
Live life, dude.
365 days of the year.
That's what I'm saying. air out your responsibilities. You
Yes.
don't have to do anything. You don't need money. Pick fights. Be homeless.
Eat trash.
Eat trash. Chill,
Live
pimp.
with roaches.
Yeah, chill, pimp. You know.
Say Stegosaurus is your favorite dinosaur.
There you go. Dude,
Murder a
honestly,
barista.
honestly though,
that's kind of sad.
Chill, pimp.
Chill pimp.
That's t-shirt.
Oh boy. I don't know. It's just kind of sad to me.
It's a little sad. I thought it was wild, but I was like, dude, like, on one hand, I was like, your work ethic is
Through the roof.
it's out of this world.
Astronomical.
Another level, I have a very strong work ethic. I don't think I could touch what he does. He works like he's had weeks where he worked like 100 hours a week. Personal business.
This
Good
maybe
for you.
This sounds like a robot.
No, he's not a real guy.
Are you sure you grew up with like a person and not like an android?
He got bigger as we got older.
Yeah, maybe they switched him out at like how old did you know him till?
Oh, dude, maybe.
This is what I'm saying. You might have been
He
friends with a robot.
He got fucking. He was yoked at one point.
Oh, that's robot talk.
Robots
get yoked.
He tore his pectoral muscle.
Ooh, robots don't have muscles though. This is 1-1.
He tore his pectoral muscle. Didn't work out a lot.
That's
so,
not robotic.
No.
That's 1 and 2.
So he didn't work out a lot because obviously he couldn't.
Yeah.
Lost a ton of strength. Doesn't work out as much anymore.
You know what's crazy though?
What's that?
Sure, he at one point was yoked, which is a point robot, right?
Point robot for sure. Yeah.
Stop being yoked. Point human.
Point human.
Doesn't work out as much. Point human.
Yep.
Point robot. He drinks motor oil.
He might. Wouldn't surprise me. Works with a lot of machines. He's big on cutting down trees.
There you go. What if that's
Big
a
on
front,
cutting down
Pat?
trees.
What if that's a front?
So he can just buy a bunch of two-cycle motor oil.
He's really drinking it and then regurgitating it into his machines. But in reality,
Dude, those things run like hogs now.
that's
dude.
what I'm
Yes.
saying. We are living in the new age. When you were a kid, did you think you were going to have flying cars when you grew up?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but that was like when I was like a little kid. But
Yeah.
I was a big car boy
Big car
because I wasn't
man.
a guy yet.
Big car boy.
Yeah, I was a big car boy.
Big car child.
Yeah.
Don't have to be so gendered
Absolutely. You know, Matchbox and all that stuff, dude.
about it. Right. Hot.
Dude, Hot Wheels, Matchbox.
Wheels.
Dude, I love those things. I would go if I went to the dentist, this is my big treat, dude.
Here's your big treat.
If I went to the dentist, my mom would take me to the store after. She'd be like, "You did a good job at the dentist. Why don't you pick out 5 Matchbox cars?
Whoa.
5 Hot Wheels, dude." And I was like,
That's a lot.
in my head, I was like, "This is." She would. I would say a half an hour, and my mom would help me.
Of course.
She'd be like, "You have that one already. Get this one instead." Like
Good memory.
she knew them. In hindsight, this is $5 of my mom's money. It's really not that much. They're 88 cents a piece, but in my head, I'm like, I am getting the world right now.
You are the king.
I was so into him, dude. So
you would you would start cracking your own teeth, be like, "Mom, we going to the dentist?"
Yeah, dude, because I have to. But it was like, so that I was like, dude, like, I want there to be flying cars because like that's cool, but I also really like
wheels,
Chevelles. You know what I mean? So I was like,
sure,
Camaros.
Let's
you know
make
what I
a middle ground.
mean? Yeah, let me get a little Firebird that.
Do you want to know what my big treat was?
What's that?
Whenever my grandma took me to church,
Okay,
she would buy me a scratch ticket.
that's pretty. What were you supposed to do if you hit big?
I did hit big.
You hit big? How much?
I
you
won
win?
200.
You want $200?
And for a
Dude, that's
fucking
big.
like 8-year-old,
That's more money than you know what to do with.
I don't even understand what $200
Dude,
is.
you're like, so I'm
That's
gonna go
so
buy.
many Yu-Gi-Oh
I'm gonna
cards.
go to space. I'm gonna
Yes.
pay for them to build a spaceship.
I'm gonna buy my own apartment
Yeah.
and fill it with race car beds.
I can, I can fund my own trip to the moon.
Exactly. I was like, NASA? You mean Brexa? Let's go.
Brexa?
Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's get wild. But in reality, everyone kind of just took my money because I was 8 years old, and I was like, well,
Nothing. You know how people get like they graduate from high school
get some muns.
and they get some money.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't get any money for
I
graduating high
didn't
school.
get anything.
My grandfather
No disrespect to my
gave
parents.
me...
And that's no disrespect to my parents. They worked very hard, and
Yeah.
I love them very much.
Right. They listen to all
But
these episodes.
I was a poor boy, and nobody loved me. You know? I was a song lyric. For sure. And then I was like, you know what would be a good idea? Because I don't want to work at McDonald's. I'll join the army. And now I have 2 bad knees and a bad back. And
How's your hearing?
my hearing? Not good. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Dude, one time, I thought I was deaf forever one time. We went to the shooting range, and I was shooting, and I pow, pow, you know, and my earplug fell out, and I couldn't find it, so I just kept shooting. You know, I was like, I'm not failing.
And that's gone.
And, dude, my ear rang for a week straight.
Yeah.
Every waking moment was just...
Yeah.
conversation. We'd be talking like this, and I would just be ignoring... I was like,
That
I'm
is
deaf now.
insane.
I'm deaf. This is forever. There's no cause to this. I was like, the only solution to this is that they totally blow out the eardrum so then I just hear nothing.
You know what? Here's the question.
Yeah.
Is your country worth your hearing?
But yeah, dude. I'm a fucking patriot, dude.
USA.
USA,
You know what?
motherfucker.
It's worth my eyesight, too.
You lost your eyesight in fucking Rio?
Yeah, actually, I wear glasses because...
You went to Korea?
No.
Right?
I played a lot of Call of Duty
Nice.
just in case.
It's good moves.
Guess what, buddy?
What's that?
You know who can snipe?
Fucking
This guy.
360 no scope.
300... Let's look around real quick.
Yeah.
540s?
540s?
What do you know about him?
Dude, 540s, fucking big wigs.
Yeah. This is stupid.
No, this is
I'm
dumb.
confused.
We went way too hard on that. That was not. But that's what we do in the Backhanded
What are
Podcast.
we doing back?
The Backhanded Podcast, we go hard.
Okay, Buckaroo Banzai. I have to go home now and go to sleep and go to my job, which is what?
Yeah.
Getting this
Money.
bread.
Get that bread. Get that bread, pimp.
So I gotta get
Dude,
the fuck out. Yeah, we
dude,
pimps out
backhanded,
here.
dude. What's everybody pimp out here, man?
Pimp out here.
Pimps out here.
Pimp
Little
out here.
pimp. Little pimp. Smacking hoes.
All right.
Didn't like that as soon as I said it, but guys, we're pimps out here. Stay pimps.
We pimps out here. We pimp. We stay hard.
We do stay hard. We stay hard the whole time because we're pimps.
Ooh, real quick. You know
And-
what? Actually, what we just did
What's that?
together?
Okay,
A show together.
we did do a show together.
How'd it go?
I fucking murdered because I'm a fucking comedy god.
And I did decent because I have high standards.
Well, you did decent because you got angry and forgot jokes out of rage. So, I don't know.
Okay, but it feels like you're attacking me right now.
Okay, was it going to make you angry?
And you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
What do you get, like fatter?
I gain 20 pounds when sensing danger. I sense danger a lot.
I'm in a constant state of panic.
I'm in a constant state of panic. That's why I'm 50 pounds heavier, and that's my superpower. Is protection of the organs.
Protection of the
But we did good, and hey, you know what? Maybe we'll
Yeah.
do a show soon together.
Maybe we'll do
Do you
a
have any? Do you have any shows coming up?
I've got a show. I'm doing the Pump House. The Pump House in South Kingstown, Wakefield area.
Pump
Doing
House.
Poppy Champlin's hot mic. She actually just got inducted into the Rhode Island Comedy Hall of Fame. So big deal show for that. I'm doing that June. I want to say it's either June or July. I always confuse the J's because I'm not that smart.
Yeah, there's a lot of J's.
Yeah, a lot of J months in there. There's 3 of them. I was born in one of them. I can't keep track of the rest. And January, June, July. January, June, July.
It took me a second to remember January.
Oh, I was born in January. It's also the first one. That should be the first one you remember, but that's fine. What is when people say a month, what's the first month that comes to mind? Month.
March.
March?
Yeah.
Why March? Because the M?
No, I just feel like that's when it really starts is March.
The new year starts in March?
Well, that's when it starts thawing out. March is the thaw.
Oh, okay. You know what?
It's still a little chilly.
I do buy that because you're like, this is what a new year feels like. This is rebirth, regrowth.
Exactly. We are starting at the beginning.
Dude,
It's not
we get
supremely
deep.
cold anymore.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly still for sure, and it rains a lot, but that's where we start getting warmer.
That is where we start getting warmer. All right, yeah, I'll give that a little bit to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all about growth here.
All about growth here at Backhanded.
My next show
Backhanded
is
Studio.
June 4th at the Comedy Park
Yeah.
with Johnny
June 4th
Ryan.
at the Comedy Park.
It's a Sunday show.
God
Very
damn.
excited,
Hey,
and I'm gonna murder.
you're gonna murder, dude. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
How it goes.
Murder
You're gonna
Central.
Have you done Comedy Park before?
No.
Fun room.
We'll see.
Fun room. I'll tell you this though. A lot of older people in that room.
We'll see what happens.
Hopefully it's not too bad. A lot of older people in that room, in my experience, which is no
Nope.
judgment. Maybe this show will be different, and no judgment against the old people that were there. I bombed at the Comedy
But
Park
we-
hard.
We
one
judge
time.
old people here.
Yeah, dude. Ew, dude. I mean,
If
think
you're
about-
over
think
the
about your
age
mom, dude.
of
Old, let's say,
13,
yeah, dude, you're 13-year-old.
gross.
Ugh.
You're basically on the downward
Dude,
spiral.
I only like 13-year-olds and under.
All right, guys, we're gonna catch you next week.
Don't close on that, you son of a bitch.
the Backhanded Podcast.
Ah, fuck. All right.
Mwah.
A lot of fun, guys. Thanks for the Backhanded Podcast. You can find it on all social media platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, wherever you get your podcast from. We're gonna have everything's changing over, so there may be a little gap in that. The Instagram, TikToks, all those may be changed over. So for right now, you can still find them at Nobody Asked Studios. If you can't find it, Nobody Asked Studios, go ahead and look for Backhanded Podcast, Backhanded Studios, and you can catch us there. Where can they find you at, Brec?
Everywhere and Nowhere All at Once, and Brec Michael Comedy at Instagram.
Brec Pat Comedy on Instagram. You can find me, your boy, the pimp at large. The pimp. Little pimp at large. Pat.O'Connor Comedy on Instagram. Pat.O'Connor Comedy on TikTok. And we'll see you next time, guys.
They demanded. It's backhanded.
Backhanded W.